Hi, my name is Wojciech Marusiak. I'm a solution architect at Alibaba Cloud. In today's demo, I will show you the Hybrid Cloud Storage Gateway, a product from Alibaba Cloud, live demo, how to set it up, and how to use it. Cloud Storage Gateway connects on-premises software applications with Alibaba Cloud data storage and provides seamless integration. It combines customers' existing storage applications and workload with virtual devices. These virtual machines are compatible with industry-standard storage protocols and can be deployed to customers' on-premises environment and in the cloud. With Cloud Storage Gateway, customers can easily access Alibaba Cloud data storage and computing services. At the beginning, we will discuss the architecture of the Cloud Storage Gateway. In simple words, Cloud Storage Gateway is a product which allows us to connect Alibaba Cloud storage resources, Object Storage Service, OSS, to either on-premises data center or environment or into the cloud environment. In this picture, on the right-hand side, we see the Alibaba Cloud environment. There is a OSS, so our Object Storage Service, ECS clusters, which can access the Cloud Storage Gateway using either iSCSI, CIFS, or NFS protocols. On the left-hand side, there is a customer data center which utilizes the Cloud Storage Gateway. It can be either File Gateway or Block Gateway. File Gateway is CIFS or NFS protocol, and the Block Gateway is iSCSI protocol. Of course, there are no limits. There can be multiple cloud storage gateways installed in different environments, different data centers. What is the most important part? That we have to have the connectivity to the internet or Alibaba Cloud. So the Cloud Storage Gateway can upload the files to durable and performant object storage service. Cloud Storage Gateway can be deployed as a file or as a block gateway. The file gateway supports NFS version 3 and 4 and SMB version 2 and 3 protocols. It provides a one-to-one mapping between local and OSS objects. A file gateway allows data sharing through Alibaba Object Storage Service among enterprise-level applications that use different file access protocols locally and in the cloud. A file gateway also provides automatic data flow between the cloud and on-premises environment. Cloud Storage Gateway can be deployed on VMware ESXi, Microsoft Hyper-V, or KVM. A file gateway provides access to OSS object as a file share mount points of the NFS or SMB. A block gateway provides cloud-backed storage volumes that customers can mount with iSCSI protocol. We support the following volume configurations: cached or stored volumes. The main difference between the two configurations is with cached volumes, customers store their data in Alibaba Cloud OSS while retaining a copy of most frequently accessed data locally. This allows substantial cost savings on the primary storage and minimize the customer needs to expand their storage on-premise. Stored volumes configuration is for the customers who needs a low latency access to their data, and they are stored locally. The data are synced to Alibaba Cloud Object Storage Service asynchronously. This is ideal configuration for the durable and inexpensive offsite backups, where customers can recover to their respective local data center or Alibaba Cloud ECS. Cloud cache and cloud copy differences. Data security. With the cloud cache, all data is stored in the cloud. Metadata and hot data are stored in customer on-premise environment. In the cloud copy configuration, all data is copied to the cloud. The difference in terms of the high availability for the Cloud Cache and Cloud Copy is the following. The local cache of hot data in customer arrays is valid. In Cloud Copy configuration, all data is valid in customer on-premises environment. The cold data access in the Cloud Cache is slower than in a Cloud Copy. Consistency difference between Cloud Cache and Cloud Copy is the following. Consistency in the Cloud Cache configuration means that data can be restored to the latest version in the cloud. Consistency in the Cloud Copy means that customers' data can be restored to the latest version in the cloud or in on-premises environment. On this picture, we see the following flow. Cloud Storage Gateway manages the frequently accessed data and the cold data. The cold data is being sent to the cloud, and the hot data is being accessed by the customers locally. Cloud Copy, full data in the cloud and on-premises environment. Simply saying, there's one-to-one copy from the local environment to the cloud. The typical scenarios where the Cloud Storage Gateway can be used is the file sharing pool, data backup, cold data archiving, or cloud disaster recovery. Those are the most frequently used scenarios by our customers, but there are no limits. I'd like to show you the on-premises Cloud Storage Gateway specification. Those are virtual machines which are being deployed with CPU, RAM, and storage. We see as well the difference with the supported protocols. We have the information about the maximum data volume capacity, which is 256 terabytes, and of course the limitation for the file shares, data volumes, and concurrent access to those volumes. All of the data transported to the Alibaba Cloud Object Storage Service is of course encrypted and secured. The minimum cache disk size for both of the virtual machines is 40 gigabytes. However, it is strongly recommended for the performance and for the Cloud Storage Gateway operation to check how big the cache disk size should be. Both Cloud Storage Gateways can be deployed using OVA or VHD file. On-Cloud Storage Gateway specifications are a little bit different than the on-premises. The main difference is the supported bandwidth, default cache disk size, and the IOPS which can be delivered. Cloud Storage Gateway can be accessed via browser using the secure HTTPS protocol. To access the Cloud Storage Gateway resources, depending on the protocol used, some firewall or security groups must be opened or reconfigured. Cloud Storage Gateway is flexible and easy to use. It's an image-based and out-of-the-box deployment. It supports multiple protocols, NFS, SMB, iSCSI. It provides monitoring and it's easy to manage. It's secure and reliable. Data is secured in transit. Data reliability is up to 11 nines. The data is secured through multiple copies with Object Storage Service. Cloud Storage Gateway is cost-effective. With the intelligent caching of the hot data, the customers don't need to purchase additional storage. The data can be cross-region shared and distributed. Today, I will show you how to configure Cloud Storage Gateway in Alibaba Cloud Console. As well, we will install the Cloud Storage Gateway on VMware, and we will use it to backup the existing VMware environment. Cloud Storage Gateway can be accessed via Alibaba Cloud Console. When you will use the Cloud Storage Gateway for the first time, you will have to simply activate it. As a prerequisite, we will need one OSS bucket to be created. I already created one, which will be used in the Cloud Storage Gateway configuration. As I mentioned before, today we will deploy Cloud Storage Gateway and we will create a file gateway in the VMware environment. In order to start, we have to create a gateway cluster. We provide the name, and hit OK. Then we switch to the gateway clusters, and we have to create the gateway. Here we have selection deployment in Alibaba Cloud or on-premise, and as well type of the gateway. We select on-premise and the file gateway. On this section, we have the possibility to download the image for Hyper-V, KVM hypervisor, and VMware vSphere. I already downloaded the image, so I will skip this step. Once the Cloud Storage Gateway is deployed, we have to activate the Cloud Storage Gateway. We will need the certificate, and we have to download it. We click Complete. We have the following possibilities: activate gateway, download certificate, download images, or delete the gateway. When we click on the name of the gateway, we will be able to see the performance and monitoring. This will be available as soon as we activate our gateway. I will log in now to my VMware environment. We have to choose the OVA, provide the virtual machine name, to pick the data center, compute resources, we agree with the license. In my case, I'm using the NFS and the virtual disk format with thin provision. We have to select the virtual machine network. I will deploy the Cloud Storage Gateway with the static IP address. And we click Next. CSG is ready to deploy. I will pause the video for a moment. Looks like our virtual machine is deployed. Before we start it, we have to add additional hard drive to the virtual machine, which will be used as a cache device. In your production environment, I recommend to read the Cloud Storage Gateway documentation, where you can find the formula which will allow you to calculate the cache disk size for your environment. It might take around a minute or two to boot the virtual machine. Okay, the virtual machine is deployed. We can log in to the web interface. To start use Cloud Storage Gateway, we have to upload the certificate we downloaded previously. We need to provide access key ID and access key secret, and we have to choose our username and password. Let me pause the video to enter those values. Once we enter, we click Submit. Before we start the configuration, let's go through the user interface. On the left-hand side, we see the NFS and CIFS protocol. If you don't need any of those protocols, you can simply click on the button and it will be disabled. In the CIFS section, we see the shares, users, AD LDAP configuration, any cloud resources, cache, or performance metrics. We will proceed with the CIFS configuration. The first step is to create a cache disk. This will be the disk we added after the virtual machine deployment. The cache disk is ready to use. We will configure the cloud resources part now, meaning which OSS bucket we will use. In my case, it will be the CSG bucket. We click OK. The last part is the TIFS share configuration. We create a one user and we provide the password. We have to provide the share name. We have to choose the user which we will be able to access those resources. We have to choose the data access mode. So once again, sync mode means that all the data will reside on the cloud storage gateway on premises and immediately will be synced to the cloud. In the cache mode, the hot data will reside on premises and the rest of the data will be uploaded to the cloud. We enable the remote sync. We have to choose the cloud resource. This is our object storage bucket. And we have to choose our cache disk. In the advanced settings section, we can choose the sync delay. We can choose the remote sync time interval. I will lower it to the 15 seconds. We can choose the maximum write speed, upload speed, and the fragment optimization. We click OK. Our cloud storage gateway is ready to be used. I'm logged into the Windows Server 2016 virtual machine, where I have Veeam backup and replication installed due to the courtesy of the Veeam, which is Alibaba Cloud official partner. First of all, what I have here is the local storage for the backups, and we will add the TIFS share from our cloud storage gateway, which will be used as the second destination for our backups. We have to enter the cloud storage gateway virtual machine IP. We click next. We can provide the name for our share, and it's ready to use. In Veeam backup and replication, I have one backup job where the source is my HomeLab ESXi server. It has 19 virtual machines. The last backup was successful. First of all, we have to add our newly created TIFS share and in the backup repository. We click next. It will be a shared folder. In the shared folder, we will provide the network path to the server, and we add the user which has access rights to this share. As you see, the capacity is 256 terabytes. We click next. As this is the home lab, we will not use the vPower NFS. And we click apply. The next step is to create additional backup copy job in Veeam. We give the job name. We have to add our virtual machines or host. And we have to choose the backup repository. As this is just a test deployment, we will not configure additional backups or archival settings, but in the real deployment, I suggest to use advanced settings for the backups. We don't use the data transfer, and we want the schedule be available immediately. The backup copy is created. What we have to do is to sync the backups. I will pause the video. Copy job to Cloud Storage Gateway is finished. We can check simply on the network share that the files are copied. We can check as well in Cloud Storage Gateway interface that the data is synced in the cloud. In the performance, we can see as well the time frame for the upload, the speed. I will switch now to the Alibaba Cloud console, where we can see as well the object storage size and a little bit more details about our gateway. We see the same metrics in the cloud, like on-premises. And let's double check in object storage service if we have the same files. We have the same files on-premises and in the cloud. In this video, I showed you how to configure the Cloud Storage Gateway in Alibaba Cloud Console. I showed you as well how to install the Cloud Storage Gateway on VMware platform, where we deployed the file gateway and configured the Thieves protocol. We then performed the backup from the on-premises to Alibaba Cloud Object Storage Service using Vim backup and replication software. This concludes the first part of the Cloud Storage Gateway video. In the next video, I will show you how to configure File Gateway and NFS. I will show you as well how to use the block storage, and I will show you as well how to configure Alibaba Cloud Storage Gateway in Alibaba Cloud to do the backups. I would like to thank you for watching this video, and I hope it will be useful for you, and I'd like to invite you as well to watch the second part of the video. Thank you. It was Wojciech Marusiak, Solution Architect at Alibaba Cloud.